I want my best friend for husband, and I want the life she has.
The man is not meant for you, but if you must have him, you must sacrifice.
Some people who have seen life and is warning others. Some people destroy their own lives, not with their hands, but with their mouth. Chinwe and Nancy were two close friends, both beautiful in their own way. Chinwe was fair in complexion, slim and exceptionally attractive, the kind of woman who easily turned heads wherever she went. Nancy, on the other hand, was dark-skinned with a curvy figure. She was not considered as striking as Chinwe, but she carried a quiet confidence and a genuinely kind heart. They were both 27 years old. One day, the two friends went grocery shopping, and that was where they met Ayo. He appeared calm and well composed, but as he was about to pay for his items, he realized that he had lost his purse. The situation became awkward, and while Chinwe stood aside, cold and uninterested, assuming he was just another poor man, Nancy stepped forward without hesitation and paid for his groceries. Unknown to them, Ayo was far from ordinary. He was a highly successful psychiatrist, 34 years old, from a wealthy background, and owned hospitals across the world. After that encounter, Ayo sought Nancy out, and the relationship blossomed. As their love grew stronger, Chinwe eventually discovered the truth about Ayo's wealth and status. What she once ignored, she now desperately wanted. When Ayo and Nancy began plans for their wedding, Chinwe's heart filled with jealousy. Determined to take Ayo for herself, she turned to a secret life Nancy knew nothing about, an occult group she belonged to. At the occult gathering, Chinwe declared her desire to have Ayo by force. The leader consulted a Calabar.
I want my best friend for husband, and I want the life she has.
The man is not meant for you, but if you must have him, you must sacrifice.
As regularly, but Chinwe refused to accept. She was given a charm with two parts, a male and a female. She was to consume the female part herself, while the male part had to be given to Ayo through his food. She was warned that if anything went wrong, the consequences would be severe. Chinwe prepared jollof rice and secretly...
Idiot, you think you can have all good things in life? Never! Over my dead body, he is mine!
She placed it before him and sat back watching closely, confident that before long, Ayo would become hers. But fate had other plans. At that moment, a patient relative entered the office, a young man who was recovering but was still unstable. Suddenly, he grabbed the food. Everyone tried to stop him, urging him to drop it, but Ayo insisted that they let him eat. That single moment changed everything. The charm did not reach its intended target. Instead, it bound the young man to Chinwe in a way no one could explain. From that day on, he became obsessed with her, refusing to leave her side. What was meant to force love turned into a lifelong burden. It was said that Chinwe could never marry again. And as for Ayo and Nancy, their love remained untouched. In the end, they went on to have a beautiful wedding, united not by force, but by kindness, destiny, and genuine love. Because in life, what is taken by force never brings peace.